Hey guys, it's Sensei Craig again from Cobra Martial Arts and Fitness Centres in Perth, Western Australia. The other day I made a video on my detox drink, which I have every morning, which has the lemon, which is alkalizing, and a heap of other detox and other nutritional supplements in it. I also have, usually every day, if I don't have it on a certain day, I'll have some protein bars instead. But I have a protein smoothie, but it's a lot more than just protein in it, which I'm going to show you what's in it. Also, from time to time, I change the ingredients as I learn something new, or my naturopath does testing and find I need something different, I'll change stuff up. So I'm just going to show you what I'm taking at the moment, and I've been on this one for probably a good year now and haven't changed anything. So first thing you need is, I've got all the ingredients here in my sink, otherwise I have to keep going to the cupboard and they'll become a bit annoying. So a large glass, so this is a plastic one, which I can put the blade on it in a minute and blend it up. So you need that. You need your water. So as I said, this is double filtered. So it's got, I've got a filter which takes out all the fluoride, which calcifies the pineal gland in your brain, so you lose your intuition, and that way you just follow everyone blindly, whatever the news says, instead of it using your intuition to think, hold on, that doesn't feel right. And it also has the heavy metals taken out, and the chlorine, which I mentioned, was one of the gases that Hitler used in the concentration camps, at least initially. So chlorine, also they make chlorine bombs out of it, and it's used to clean out like pools and pipes and keep it disinfected. So you don't want that going through your digestive system and clearing out all your good bacteria which you need for digestion. Also, something like 90% of your immune system is in your gut, so you want to make sure that if you're removing any bacteria or parasites from your gut, it's just the bad ones. And another day I'll show you my the capsules and other supplements I take for actually removing bad bacteria and so on, parasites out of your guts, and other vitamins and minerals. So just put a little bit in, and I'm going to top it up at the end. So I've got tri seeds. I've got the black ones here. So this drink, I won't have it all in one go. I'll have half, usually after I train, or I might even have it in the morning. So I'm just going to go 1.5 teaspoons on that one, or it's probably a tablespoon, that one. This was recommended to me by my naturopath, and I'll tell you some of the benefits because I made a few notes. So I didn't know all of it. I knew it was high in omega-3s, which I think is needed to help with hormone production, but also contains protein for your digestive system as well, because it's high in fiber, so it cleans out your digestive system, and vitamins, minerals, bones, cancer, and fatty acids as well. Used in Ayurvedic, this is an ancient Indian medicine, and other, I'm sure if you look at any ancient culture where these seeds grow, usually in the hotter parts of the world, you'll find these in the natural medicine of the ancient cultures, which has all been lost or ridiculed now by mainstream medicine. Massive healing properties, but there's no money for the pharmaceutical companies if you can grow your own food or get it cheap local food. So this is reds and greens, so it's vegetables, reds and greens, and it's powdered. Now if you can get fresh vegetables, organic, this is organic as well, fresh vegetables and fruit. I don't have much fruit, advice from a number of naturopaths, very high in sugar. So I might have one a day or one every couple of days, probably a banana, occasionally maybe a mango or something, but very high in sugar, which is a fructose. And if you're having a lot of fruit and you're not burning that up, that's going to get stored as fat. So also with the fruit, just also remember, and the veggies, when you pluck it off a tree or pull it out of the ground, it's still containing the life force, which is the energy of the living plant. There's also certain enzymes that are only in the plant as soon as you pick them and very soon after. So ideally, you want to, like our ancestors way back, they would just pick it off the tree and eat it, or pick it out of the ground, not cook it, eat it raw. So they're getting the life force energy and they're getting the enzymes in it. But how society is today, it's picked, it's full of synthetic fertilizers, herbicides. So synthetic fertilizers are poisonous to us. Herbicides, which are sprayed, weed killers, and also some, I think it's wheat, is being genetically modified so it won't die if it gets some herbicide on it. So we're eating the herbicides, and I have spoken to farmers who told me that they were told to spray the crops before harvest for some reason with the glyphosate, Roundup, and it's been, that stuff's leads to cancer if you do your research. So this is what's in our veggies. What else is there? Fungicides, especially on grapes. So there's some sort of sulfur compound. There's fungicides as well, and there's a whole heap of other insecticides. So all these poisons are in the fruit and veggies that we're eating. You can't just wash it off because they're sprayed on with oil, so the rain doesn't wash it off. So you have to either use apple cider vinegar or other processes to remove these chemicals. And they are going through your body, and they are getting stored in your organs and causing all sorts of problems in your organs and with your hormones and in your brain. So it's important to have some sort of, or either wash them properly, which is a better way. They're all genetically modified as well. So and no one knows. Well, I think the people that genetically modify them know, but it's not taught to doctors or anyone else what's going to happen to humans in the long term with this genetically modified foods. Okay, so I'm just going to go two scoops of this. It's about 2 tablespoons. So remember, you're not getting the life force living energy when you have powdered, but I'll just read out. So this one's organic, 18 vitamins and minerals, pre and probiotics, antioxidants, gut well-being and immunity, brain energy support. And there's a whole list of ingredients in here. I'll just read some of them out because there's maybe 50. So it's got spirulina, kale, broccoli, spinach, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, pomegranate, beetroot, goji, and it goes on. I've only read a few lines. There's probably about 20 lines. So very high in nutrition, that one. Okay, maca powder. So this is another one from ancient Indian Ayurvedic natural medicine, which is well worth researching that. Let's get my scoop. I'm just going to go 1 scoop on this with the maca. So don't forget, this drink will be split. I have half now. Then later I'll top it up with water and blend it again because the chai seeds make it go like a big jelly like. So when I add water and I'll blend it again, it's fine. Later in the day, put it in the fridge. So maca powder again, this is raw and it's organic. And I made a couple of notes here. Just have a look on here. Nutty flavour, yeah. It's a root vegetable harvested at high altitudes, 4,000 meters. So it's about 4 kilometers above sea level in the Andean district of Junín, Peru. It's been done for thousands of years. Incan superfood. So I made a note here. Where is it? Maca. Yeah, been used for thousands of years. Obviously very hidden now because of its healing benefits. It's an adaptogen, so it helps your body to adapt to stress. Antioxidant, helps with your hormone balancing, energy, mood, and your brain, memory, and nervous system. So again, that was recommended to me by one of my naturopaths based on my testing, but I'm sure it'll be ideal for everyone. Ashwagandha, I've run out of this one, so I'll have to get some more, but again, this one is organic, non-GMO, okay, so they know the benefit or the reason, maybe they know the reason for not consuming genetically modified food. Vegan, gluten-free, important as well. So look at, what's his name? Surname's Davis, he used to be a heart surgeon. William Davis, Wheat Belly. He's written a book and he talks on YouTube about the genetic modification of wheat since around the 50s or 60s. Prior to that, wheat was fine. Since the genetic modification, it's not fine anymore. So anything that you eat with wheat in it is going to cause, and he was a heart surgeon, and he could see his patients is coming back for more and more medications and surgeries. And when he started removing wheat, everything disappeared and they started to reverse and become healthy. So the amount of gluten that's in wheat now, which is a glue substance that makes it doughy and elastic, is very, very high now. So gluten is highly inflammatory on the body. There's heaps of other issues with wheat as well. So I don't eat wheat at all. I don't eat any wheat. Once a week, I'll have a slice of gluten-free bread with my eggs. But other than that, no wheat, no sugar. Instead of sugar, I'll use monk fruit, which is an extract, 0 calories, or I'll use stevia. So I've got stevia. I'll show you all these another time. Stevia, which is a type of leaf, and 0 calories and doesn't affect your insulin. So I'll use those instead. So what do I say? No wheat, no sugar, no dairy. When I say no dairy, once a week. Actually, I have an ice cream once a week with my daughter, so has got some sugar in it, but it is vegan, so no milk. So no dairy, nothing deep fried. Any oil I use will either be hemp oil or olive oil. Obviously no sodas, no pastries because they're wheat. I can't use ashwagandha because I've run out, but ashwagandha has been used for thousands of years in India. The Indians call it, or maybe they don't call it, but it's regarded the Indian ginseng, used in Ayurvedic medicine. Helps with the thyroid, nervous system, anxiety. It's anti-inflammatory and helps balance your hormones. Okay. LSA meal. So this is a mix of seeds of linseed, sesame seed, and almond. So I'll put in just 1 scoop. Sometimes I might go a bit more, but 1 will be fine. I might go 1.5 actually, just go how I feel. Because I didn't have this drink yesterday. This is going to have a lot of protein in it. You'll see in a minute, about 40 grams of protein. So I didn't have this drink yesterday, but I had 2 protein bars, and the protein bars were 0 carbohydrates, 0 sugar. It's just 20 grams of protein per bar, so 40 grams of protein. And this drink's going to have 40 grams of protein. So if I miss out on this drink, I'll have the protein bar. But the protein bars, 2 protein bars, nowhere near as much nutrition, because besides the protein, I'm putting a lot of nutrition into this one, and also I'm going to be using collagen protein, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. So if you're trying to build muscle, weightlifting, or even martial arts training, so Cobra martial arts, pretty much every class will be doing push-ups for the upper body, sit-ups for the midsection, and squats or lunges for the legs. If you can also find somewhere where you can do some chin-ups, that'll help do your back, but without some weights or a bar to do those, you won't be able to do your back. So that is weight training, bodybuilding in itself. But if you want to take it the next step, you need to actually lift some weights. But if you're trying to gain some muscle and you're doing the right exercises to gain some muscle, then the research has shown, and whether the research is right or not, I'm following it. Sometimes the protein companies do their own research and tell you need more protein than you probably need. But 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So I'm 82 kilograms, so I have about 160 grams of protein a day. There's no way I can do that from eating, so I supplement with an extra 40 grams of protein from my protein drink or protein bar, so I can get up to the 160. Otherwise I'd have to have like an extra steak or chicken breast or something. I think steak, chicken, fish, 100 grams of that is about 20 grams of protein. So a steak or a fish or chicken, your normal serve will probably be about 40 to 50 grams. So this protein drink will have about as much protein in it as a steak, or 2 protein bars will as well. Okay, so I put in my LSA mix. Now if you're not trying to gain muscle, then you're not going to need that much protein. You might need half, so just Google it, see how much you need, because you don't want to have excess protein. Sometimes when I go to the health food shop, I see people coming in that to me they look overweight, and they're buying all these big tubs of protein, and it doesn't even look like they train. Maybe they've just started. But just taking, I think sometimes people think they take protein powders, they're going to put on muscle. No, you have to actually work hard to put on muscle, and don't just rely on protein powders, because if you're not working and converting that protein into muscle, which some people, I don't think they are, then eventually the protein, as it breaks down, and the nitrogen is removed, the glucose remaining will turn into body fat. So protein can result in body fat, not that protein becomes body fat, but as it's the parts that are not used will become body fat. And I've tested that by increasing my protein intake for 3 months, and I did put on body fat. So I was taking too much protein. Okay, so moringa, I'll use this sometimes instead of the greens and reds. I've run out of this, so I'm using the greens and reds. But moringa is a green leafy plant found in India and some other hot climates, I think Africa and the Middle East. And you won't be told much about moringa, probably by anyone. Even my naturopath didn't mention much about it. I researched this myself. My parents used to have moringa when they used to live in India as kids. So moringa, I'm just going to tell you something about moringa. I have it as a powder, an organic powder, but moringa, according to what I've just researched, or what I've researched some years ago, but I've just written it down. So weight by weight has 3 times more potassium than bananas, 4 times more calcium as milk, 36 times more magnesium as eggs, 25 times more iron than spinach. So spinach I thought was like the number 1 Popeye for your for nutrition, but iron as well, spinach. So 25 times more iron than spinach moringa has per weight. So that's unbelievable, and no one's even taught about this. I wonder why. 7 times more vitamin C as oranges, and 4 times vitamin A as bananas. Now if you look up charts showing benefits of moringa or nutritional content of moringa, you'll get a full list, and it's quite an amazing superfood. So no moringa for me today. Okay, so I have 2 types of protein mix. Again, this one's a plant and collagen protein, so it's called Collagen Plus, and I can get these in at Cobra Martial Arts if you can't find it anywhere, because I buy these wholesale for myself, and I sometimes do sell them at Cobra as well. So marine collagen, iron, zinc, vitamin C, hair, skin and muscle. Made of sprouted and fermented organic plant protein, and I did see a list of no gluten, no sugar, no additives, no preservatives, no GMOs, non-synthetic, heavy metal tested. I don't know if that means heavy metal removed. Remember that some companies use a trick, they'll say something's tested but not filtered. I don't know if this company does that. Digestive enzymes. Let's have a look at the ingredients list. Sprouted fermented golden pea protein, marine collagen, natural flavoring, stevia for sweetening, monk fruit for sweetening. I was just showing you monk fruit earlier, to use that instead of sugar. It's not cheap, but you don't need much of it. Okay, so I've improvised. I've put my scoop on the end of a chopstick, so don't get powder all over my hands. So I've got 2 scoops of that. So 1 scoop's around 10 grams of protein. 2 of those. And then another protein from the same company. 72% sprouted protein, vegan, fermented, contains iron. Again, no gluten, no GMOs. So these are very clean proteins compared to a lot of the ones that are full of synthetic stuff. 2 scoops of this. So that's 40 grams of protein there, so pretty close to a steak. And the organic mixed berries. These are from Coles, so whether they're organic or not, I'm not sure. It says they're organic. Some companies use trickery, and I've looked into this. For instance, a company may be called Organic Valley, but you'll find that none of its products are actually organic. That's just the name of the company. So you do have to be careful. Oh, I've forgotten one thing too. I forgot to take it out, which is a banana. So I'll grab that. because I do run out of room in these drinks. They get really thick. Throw the banana in. Now, in terms of being worried about the sugar content, yeah, the banana not that good. The berries low sugar content. You can even use these berries, which were strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberry mix. Even on keto, so low carb diet, you can still have those berries. These are just blueberries on their own. Not going to be much room in here, but I usually just squash it down. A bit more water so it mixes. Sometimes I do have a bit of trouble mixing this up. I have to get a spoon in there. Just find the top. I normally have this set up somewhere else, but I've just brought everything here to make this video. Yeah. Okay, so it'll be half now, half later. Just going to have a look at, I made some notes and just stuck them up on the wall here, just in case I missed telling you anything. Okay, so I'll get 2 glasses, I'll add some water to this later on, 2 glasses out of this. And I'll normally have my vitamin capsules with this because it's nice and thick, it's easy to get your tablets down, especially if you're having like 15 in the morning and 10 at night. All the capsules I have are based on testing, so I don't just take random stuff. I know what I'm low in, I know what I'm high in, and that changes from time to time, so I know what I need to take. So I went through the maca, moringa, ashwagandha, chia, collagen protein, so for muscle, bones, skin elasticity, joints and tendons. It's the glue that holds your body together, and it decreases with age. So good to supplement with collagen, keeps your skin a lot more elastic. LSA mix, I explained that was a linseed, sunflower and almond mix. So high in fibre, good for your bones, digestive system, minerals. Cholesterol is an important one, and contains omega-3s and 6 and vitamin E. I mentioned about the life force and the plants. When you first pick them, they're breathing and they're alive, and there's hormones in it that after time, besides the life force, dissipate. So then you're just getting the nutritional content with none of the energy behind it, but even the nutritional content for most fruit and veggies decreases over time. So the longer it's being kept on a truck or at the shops or in a sea container in your fridge, the less and less nutritional content you're getting. Oh yep, something important is alkalizing your body. So from my research, and do your own research, never believe anything anyone tells you. Do your own research. I'll tell you something about research. I'll get back to alkalizing. When you do research, you need to research not what you already know. Don't just research stuff to reinforce what you already know. A lot of people, even highly intelligent people, even doctors that I know, when I explain something to them, they'll go and do their research, but they'll just research what they already know, and then they'll send me the information saying something along the lines of, in the medical journals or in the literature, it says blah, blah, blah. So it's the opposite of what I'm saying. But they're just looking at the same source, And where is this literature and these medical journals and magazines and publications coming from? Coming from the pharmaceutical companies who do their own testing and want to show certain results. So it's all coming from a certain source that don't want us healthy. But there's other sources of information that are not going to be taught to doctors because it's not in the best interest of the pharmaceutical companies. Pharmaceutical companies are about profit. They've got shareholders. They have to increase their profit every year. Now, if they start healing people and people don't need to go back to the doctor all the time and get more and more medication, then the profits go down because they're not giving more and more. They have to keep increasing the amount of medication. As the profits go down, they lose their shareholders. The shareholders are going to invest whilst profits are increasing, which means we have to be getting sicker and sicker. Humanity basically has to become sicker and sicker over time. So when you do research, you've already got your views, which you've been taught by mainstream science through school, university, your parents, and the TV in particular. When you do your research, don't research the same stuff. Research the opposition or the information that goes against your view. So then you've got a balanced view. So if you spent like 10 years researching nutrition according to mainstream medicine, you need to spend a fair bit of time looking at natural medicine, the ancient plant-based medicines, and then make your mind up. You know, you got to look at both sides. So if you're researching, say, the war in the Middle East, or the Twin Towers falling down, or COVID, or the vaccine, you can't look at the information. You want a certain answer, so you just keep researching that and showing people, oh, look what it says in these journals. I don't remember where the journals are coming from, the source of the information. You have to look at the stuff that you don't want to hear. Look at what the conspiracy theorists are saying, because a lot of these theories are actually being shown to be actually coming true. So look at that, because you need to have a broad view of everything before you can use your own discernment as to, hey, there might be some truth in this. Okay, so I was talking about alkalizing the body. So from what I found is when you're born, your body is slightly alkaline. And as I researched more, it appears that diseases such as the one that popped up was cancer can only grow and multiply in an acidic body. So in an alkaline body, if your body's alkaline, it either can't grow at all, you'd have to research this for yourself, or it's basically stunted. I remember from what I saw, it won't grow in an alkaline body, and we were meant to be alkaline, slightly alkaline, we're born that way. So that's not very good really for companies that need people to be sick so they can keep giving them medications, treatment, chemotherapy. So they would prefer us to be acidic, our bodies to be acidic. They'll be more profitable. So listen to this, because the pharmaceutical companies, the people that own these also own the big multinational supermarkets as well. And if you go and have a look at who owns all the brands in the world, it'll all come back to a couple of small groups that are all owned by the same people. So just when you think you're going to Coles or Woolies and you've got choice between this and this, it just appears that you've got a choice because they're actually all owned by the same group. But listen to this. So to keep your body alkalized, these are some foods that are highly alkaline. So fruit, veggies, broccoli, carrots, lemons, so that lemon drink. I don't think lemons are actually alkaline, but they have an alkalizing effect on the body. So we have that every morning in our detox drink. Spinach, blueberries, celeries, olive oil, strawberries, alkaline. So these will alkalize your body. So we don't get taught much about eating a lot of fruit and veggies like our ancestors did. We get taught about the food pyramid, and I can't remember how it works, but I think carbohydrates was right up there near the top with your grains and stuff. So listen to this. These are foods that are highly acidic, and you can look up a chart, just look up chart of foods, acidity or alkalinity, and you'll see both, and you'll see the pH. Okay, so these are the foods that get pushed down our throats everywhere, restaurants, magazines, TV, everywhere you go, and these are highly acidic, not just acidic. Okay, so we've got pastries, pasta, that's why I don't have One of the reasons, besides the gluten, that I don't have wheat, coffee, chocolate, wine, beer, sodas, stress, and bread. That's pretty much all most people eat. So most people are going to be highly acidic, and that's going to lead to major problems if you don't start alkalizing your body. Okay, thanks for listening. I do have a website. It's cobramartialarts.com.au. Once you get into there, there's a menu across the top, and there's one item that says reviews and blog. If you click on that one, you'll find another tab that says self-help. And in there, I've got a lot of advice. It's more like life advice based on my experience and my studies of Reiki, which is energy healing, and yoga as well. So it's about healing the body, the mind, and the soul. So have a look through some of those articles to learn to balance yourself up, because body, mind, and soul needs healing and detoxification, not just the body. The mind needs detoxification from information we've taught. The soul needs detoxification from past traumas and emotions, unhealed emotions that we haven't released from childhood or before. Okay, thank you very much.